Hello again, and welcome back to my channel and part 2 of my modular build construction of the bike stroke storage shed. Apologies if in part 1 I was a little bit light on the detail in terms of sizes and dimensions. To be honest, I just thought folk might be a little bit more interested in the processes of how I go about building something like this as opposed to the actual specifics themselves. But just to very quickly go over it, the modular idea is based on 8x4 boards, largely because they come in the same dimensions. They are square, pretty much. So it's easy and it minimises things like waste. And also you cut in and putting the cladding round and stuff, it makes it pretty much straightforward in theory. So just to very quickly go over, the base is 8x4. All of the boards I'm using are 11mm OSB. The side panels are 7 foot at the front down to 6 foot at the back. So the back panels I had to use 2 because it was 4 foot coming up, and then obviously 2 foot to go up to the 6 foot at the back. And the brace that I used to join the 2 side panels across the top is 12 inches, which brings the door frame down to 6 foot. I'm 5'10", so it's just kind of ideal kind of sizing. And then obviously I had the 2 partitions I've installed at the front. So if you're interested in any more of the specifics, if you like, just give me an email and I can send you some very basic plans that I knocked up before I started building this. Okay, now we're into part 2, which is getting the cladding sorted and on, and also building the door and getting that on as well. In this part, I also start to have a creeping paranoia about the decision to have quite a large overhang on the front and the potential for wind and it taking charge. So some of the measures that I've used to hopefully counteract that. So, just in regards to the roof, again, for ease and for minimizing a cutting, it is 10 foot across, which gives me 12 inches either side overhang, and it is 8 foot width, which gives me quite a large overhang at the front. Okay, take care everyone, and hopefully things are going okay for you, and I will see you in part 3. Thank you. Right, got all the frames sorted now. I think all the side supports, patterns down the middle, joined them up. I think that's pretty much sorted. The only thing I've got to do for the actual main structure is I'm going to put, as I said, another module on the front, so I'm only just going to have one door, but I'm going to get the roof on first, I think. Now, I was thinking about getting an 8x4 board up there, which is, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I don't fancy it either, to be honest. But then I was reading last night, it's much better to put the boards across than, like, because it's 8 foot this way, so I thought one board, so it would have been 1 board, 2 boards, and then slice one in half. But if I go in that way, then I can just cut them to reasonable sizes. They'll be 4 foot and 6 foot. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully a lot less hassle getting them up because they're going to be lighter. Yes, that's the plan really. Let's see how we get on. A bit knackered like, but yeah, really happy up to now. Looks good to me. Get it.
and Wagner.
Morning. Hope you're keeping well out there. Things are going pretty well here. Doesn't seem to be a lot happening, but seems to be lots of little bits and pieces moving along. So I've done the half lap joints yesterday, so for the door, so I'm gonna glue that up today, get it clamped up and see how I get on with that. A little bit concerned about the exposed edges on the OSB, particularly it's only going to be around the door because the rest of it's going to be clad and covered up. I'm a bit worried about these when the door opens and stuff, don't want any moisture getting in. So off Amazon I got some of this, which I'm just going to, you know, just to apply to that, so hopefully that will act as a sealant. I haven't got a clue what it means. See how it goes. And then my other worry really is the roof attached to the frame. Now it's, I'll put a couple of pictures up, it's secured from underneath, so the frame going up into the roof. Mainly because if I secure it from the top down and then cover it with the membrane, then it no longer becomes modular really, because I would have to take the membrane off, which then we wouldn't be able to use again, to take the roof off. Now I don't want to do that because the membrane stuff I've got is from Ali Dimok's build videos. If you've watched them, his garden room things, absolutely incredible. But the idea was to use it on this because for a future project, if it works on this, it's hopefully going to be used in a future project. But it's not cheap, like, you know, it's really good stuff by the looks of it still. But I didn't want to do that, so I've secured it underneath, which then worries me a little bit about the roof blowing off basically. So particularly with this kind of overhang bit. So off Amazon again, I've got some of these for around the side, which I think will help. Anyway, plenty to do today. Let's crack on. Right, well, I'm not even sure what dicht fixed is because it's all in German. it was truly disgusting to apply. It's full of fibrous stuff. I think I've ended up putting some kind of gutter fixing to something on, but anyway, it's on now. I will provide a long-term update as to whether it was a complete and utter waste of time, or whether it actually done what I intended it to do. Bit hard what you can and can't get hold of at the moment, so we'll see. Anyway, let's move on. Next job. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed part 2 there. Really good for myself. I'm very happy with lots of things. The lap joints on the door, which are included in my one-handed woodworking tips, and also getting the cladding on. Once I'd actually figured out my method, if you like, it was quite a time-saving technique, so I was really happy with that. It's looking good. Final stage now is just to get the roofing rubber membrane on. Now the stuff I'm going to be using, just to give you a heads up for part 3, is if you have watched or follow Ali Dymock's fantastic series of garden room build videos, he recommends a product which I got in touch with those, and I've ordered this. So all the stuff has come with it. So the membrane, the solvent that you apply, the sides, and also like the side panels and the back panel, which you can put some guttering underneath. So gonna have a couple of days off, not gonna lie to you. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Easter weekend, and then I'm gonna look for a nice weather day like this to, fingers crossed, get the roof membrane on. No worries. Take care everyone, see you soon, and thanks for watching.